Here's a thought-provoking question. What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin, that grace may abound? The Apostle Paul poses this question in Romans chapter 6, verses 1 to 4. The answer, of course, is a resounding no. Thomas Taylor once said, "Death waits upon sin as the wages on the work." In the depths of human nature, there's a tendency to exploit grace, to sin freely under the guise of forgiveness. But Paul challenges this notion. He asks us to consider our baptism a symbolic act of being buried with Christ into his death. Were it not for sin, death would never have had a beginning, and were it not for death, sin would never have had an ending. William Dyer. And just as Christ was raised from the dead by the glory of the Father, we too should walk in newness of life. A wonderful reminder that grace isn't a free pass to sin, but a call to transformation. To live not as creatures of sin, but as individuals reborn in the likeness of Christ. Remember, the grace of God is not an excuse to sin, but a reason to live righteously. Consider this. How does grace shape and transform the way you live your life? Delving into this question could lead you to recognize and appreciate the countless ways that grace can positively impact your daily routine. Take a moment to ponder on the power of Christ and the grace he offers. For death is not now the death of me, but death will be the death of my misery, the death of my sins. It will be the death of my corruptions. But death will be my birthday in regard of happiness. Richard Sibbes.